Hey guys, what's up? Shaarq here. I'm finally back with a great build in the backpack. Today I wanna introduce my league starter with which I reached 93 in Delft Hardcore League. I'm a huge fan of how Caustic Arrow works, so I couldn't resist trying out a newly revised one. The build turned out to be a damn nice character for maps and also delves, tons of fun included. High mobility paired with a bunch of defensive mechanics makes it a good choice also for hardcore. Alright, before I start with the introduction of my build template, I would like to mention that I play PoE only in hardcore leagues, so usually there happens no min-maxing according gear and therefore much room for improvements. But let's start. As you can see, we use Caustic Arrow for clear and Toxic Rain for single target. CA setup consists of Caustic Arrow, Decay, Vicious Projectiles, Swift Affliction, Damage in Full Life, and Mirage Archer. Toxic Rain is linked with Vicious Projectiles, Efficacy, Void Manipulation, Swift Affliction and Damage on Full Life. As you've already noticed, one important thing beside. Both skills have an on-hit effect and also a damage over time effect. I would like to mention that I mainly focus on the damage over time effect in my build. You could also go for a hybrid variation or pure on-hit stuff with poison, but that's not covered with my build here. If you wanna go this route, you should look for other guides, guys. Well, that had to be said. So, auras are Grace and Clarity, and by Clarity, if you don't have Despair on hit gloves, take Blasphemy, Despair instead of Clarity and use a Mana Flask. Then Blink Arrow, faster attacks for additional movement and overcome obstacles. Wither linked with Spell Totem and faster casting, and cast for damage taken Immortal Core increased duration. I'm not the greatest fan from current Queen of the Forest meta, so I looked for alternatives which are almost equally fast. So my ascendancy class of choice for this build is Raider. Order is Rabbit Assault, Avatar of Chase, Way of the Poacher and Avatar of Slaughter. All in all, I think Raider is a great choice, especially with the new introduced Toxic Rain, which has pretty interesting stacking mechanics. For leveling I use Toxic Rain with Mirage Archer. Also Caustic Arrow is a great leveling skill now, so choose whatever you want. Grab Grey Rain on level 6 or 5, which is your endgame weapon by the way, and go ham. I killed all bandits, take 2 passive points instead. The link for the passive tree is in the description of this video. We start gear section with weapon slot. Quill Rain is the obvious choice here. You can also try out +3 bows or line eyes glare, but I think Quill Rain is the way to go for our kind of approach. Nothing else is really necessary here. I use Kintsugi. As far as I know, the less damage take modifier mitigates also darkness damage from the elf, so that's pretty insane. Viscous Leash is always great for additional MF and Rampage, which is great for maps and also delves. Duration Implant is really good for our build. I got pretty lucky on my Vanta from the variation cards here, and I crafted this Shaper Quiver myself with Alt Regal method. Keep in mind that the quiver has to be eye level 80 for +1 arrow. On gloves try to get 1 pair with Despair on hit, but it isn't necessary at all. On rest of your stuff try to get life resistances, intelligence and movement speed on boots. For jewels look for maximum life, chaos damage or damage over time or projectile damage. That's it boys. If you liked the video and want to see more, subscribe to the channel, I really appreciate that. Enjoy!